guys, Simone here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas Day 13. So before I start, I'm just going to excuse my throat. I have a bit of a cold coming on and so my throat is really sore at the moment. So I might sound a bit croaky in this video and I'm sorry if that is the case. Also the lighting's not great because again I'm filming first thing in the morning and it's not too bad I don't think, but it's definitely not as good as it normally looks. So today I'm going to be filming a baby names tag and I believe this was originated by SJ Strum and I will link her channel below because I really like her channel. She's like the queen of baby names. And I think she updated, there was an old baby name tag, but I think she's updated it with some new questions and I thought I'd do that. I have done previously a to Z boy names and A to Z girl names that we love but won't be using with my boyfriend. I'll link those both below, so go and check them out if you want to hear more names that I like. But yeah, I wanted to do this tag. I thought it was a bit of fun and hey, for Vlogmas you want to have fun, right? So yeah, let's get started. There are 10 questions. So question number 1 is, if you had a baby tomorrow, what would you call it, boy and girl? And I've tried not to use too many names that I've talked about loads before, and I haven't mentioned any of the names that we've actually picked for our future children because we have got our names kind of sorted. So I've gone with other names. These two are actually names that I personally would pick but AJ does not like, so I think that's probably more what this tag is going to be the names that I really like, whereas he's not so sure. So for a boy, I have gone with the name Toby. I really love the name Toby. I think it's really, really cute. And I don't know, there's something about it that I just love, and I'd love to call a little boy Toby. And I've mentioned this one before, but for a girl, I've chosen the name Clementine. AJ really does not like this name, but I think Clementine is such a sweet name, and it's kind of, I'd love to like shorten the little girl's name to Clemmy. I think that's really cute. He does not like it, but I don't really care. I really like it anyway, so yeah, Toby and Clementine. I've got my notes down here, that's why I'm looking down, so I'm sorry about that. So question number 2 is, what would you rename yourself using the same first initial? And I have always had my name said wrong. I either get Simon, Simone, Sim1, like all different types. People call me all sorts. And I really would like to have a name that's quite easy to like spell and say. So I really like the name Sienna. I think that's quite exotic and I'm not sure if it's a bit too exotic for me. So the other name that I picked was Sasha because I think that's quite an easy name to say, like it's not a hard name to spell. Yeah, that's probably where I would go with that. Question number 3 is, what would you have been or wished you would have been called if you were the opposite gender? So I'm pretty sure this has kind of been a thing that's happened throughout my whole family, that we've always said that if me and my sister, because I have one sister, I don't have any brothers, and I was born first and then she also would have had the same boy name had she have been a boy, we both would have been called Tristan. I'm kind of glad I wasn't a boy because I don't love the name Tristan personally, although I'm sure it would have been different had I actually been a boy and been called Tristan. Yeah, so this is an alright name I suppose. The name that I would have picked for myself if I was a boy is something that's, again, a little bit different, but it's easy to spell and it's not one that's going to get complicated, and that is the name Dexter. I just love the name Dexter. I think it's a really sweet name, really cute. A little boy called Dex. Oh. Then question number 4 is your favourite vintage names for a boy and a girl. Now I looked these up because I have some names that I like but I wasn't really sure what classed as vintage. And when I looked it up, the girl name that I've picked I did not realise was a vintage name, to be honest with you. So I've picked it and I'm quite happy with it. And that is the name Demi. I really love the name Demi. I think it's a really sweet name. It almost sounds like it could possibly be a shortened version of a name, but I don't think, like, it obviously isn't. I don't know if it could be or whatever, but I just really like the name Demi. I think it's lovely, and again I didn't realise it was vintage. And then for a boy I have picked Alexander, which as you all know is my boyfriend's name, but I just really like the name. I think it's really lovely. It's kind of, it can be quite a classic name, quite traditional, but also you can shorten it if you want to. Obviously AJ goes by AJ because you know, his middle name, and I quite like that idea. So yeah, I like the name Alexander a lot. Question number 5 is your favourite nature names for a boy and a girl, and again these are names that I really love. I probably wouldn't use either of these names, but I do really like them. So my favourite girl name is Willow, and I I love the name Willow. I think it's really, really cute. The only reason why I wouldn't use it is because my boyfriend's surname starts with a W, and I think it just sounds a bit weird with the surname, but I love Willow. Isn't Willow such a cute name? Oh, I just love it. And my boy name, I think I love even more, and it's not a name I'd even thought about before until I got this question, so this is amazing that this tag has kind of done this. But the boy name that I've picked is Basil. I love it. I think Basil is like, I don't know, I just love the name Basil. And I think it's one of those names that is quite vintage as well as obviously being nature. But it's not, and it's not one that I've heard anyone really use these days, but I think it's a name that really kind of goes from being a child to an adult. I really, really like it, and yeah, I love the name Basil. Oh, like I said, I've never thought about that name before until I looked up the list of like possible nature names, and it came up and I was like, that is definitely the one. So question number 6 is your favourite YouTuber's name or YouTuber's baby name. And so I've picked one for each. So my favourite YouTuber's name is actually Brogan from Brogan Tate, who is also one of my favourite YouTubers. But I think the name Brogan is really, really cute. And I think Tate is actually her middle name, which I love. I think Brogan though, oh my god, something about the name Brogan, I don't know, it just sounds really good to me. I really, really love it. I think it's a really sweet name, but quite strong as well, and yeah, I adore the name Brogan. And for the YouTuber's baby name, I think quite a few people have probably mentioned these names because I love them. But I've actually picked Louise Pentland from Sprinkle of Glitter's two little girls. She has Darcy and Pearl, and Pearl is not a name I would have thought about. I think I would have heard it and been like, oh, I'm not sure. But I think it perfectly suits her baby, and Pearl Pentland is like the cutest name ever. And I love the name Darcy. AJ wasn't quite so keen on the name Darcy, but Darcy for me, I might spell it slightly differently because I think Louise spells it with a Y. I probably would spell it IE, but I think either way it's a beautiful, beautiful name. Question number 7 is your favourite literary names. And I've picked quite an obvious one for a girl, and that is Matilda, obviously from Matilda by Roald Dahl. I love the name Matilda. I also love the fact that you could short it to Matty or like Tilda, I guess. Oh my god, I just love the name Matilda. I think it's really, really cute. And for a boy, I've picked a slightly different one, which actually, now I think about it, I could have used in the previous question because it is Anastasia. Can't remember her surname. I'll link her channel below. Her little brother is called this, and I love it. And it is the name Atticus. Oh, I love it. I love the name Atticus. I mean, it's obviously from To Kill a Mockingbird, which is one of my favourite books of all time. But the name Atticus is a name I've not heard many people call, apart from obviously that little boy. But Atticus is just one of those names that I love, and I know I would never get past AJ. But I love the name Atticus. Question number 8 is favourite O name that's not Oliver or Olivia, obviously because they're the most popular. I've heard quite a few people talk about these, and I think often people say the same O names, which I do love. I love Ottilie, and yeah, I love that. But I've picked, for a girl name, I've picked Ophelia. I love the name Ophelia. We went through a phase of possibly naming a future child, a little girl, Ophelia. I think we said it too many times, and it kind of, we stopped liking it quite so much, but it is a name that I really, really like. And for a boy, I've picked the name Otis. I love the name Otis. I think it's, I don't know, I feel like anybody could be named Otis. There's not like a specific person that I picture when I think of the name Otis. Anybody could be Otis, and I love that. I think it's absolutely adorable, and yeah, I'm a big fan of the name. Question number 9 is, what did you wish you were called when you were younger? Now for me, as I said before, people used to call me all sorts of things. I'd get Timon from the Lion King and all sorts of things, and so I just wanted a name that people could actually say and also was like easy. Also, I don't have a middle name, so I was like needing a middle name. So the name that I always used to call myself was Natasha, because again, it's an easy name to say, and I just really liked it. Also, I think I had a good friend called Natasha that I really liked, and I was a bit like, I want her name because she has a nice name and I don't. So Natasha was always the name. I also really liked the name Tasha, like that was my favourite. But yeah, so that was a name that I actually was always thinking I was going to call a child, but I think it's one of those things that when you've named yourself it so many times, you can't then like call like a child it. So that was the first name, but I always, even if I sort of pretended I'd kept my first name, I always gave myself the middle name Louise, and I don't know why. I always was either Natasha Louise or Simone Louise, and I would pretend I had a middle name even though I don't. So yeah, that was a thing. And then the final question, number 10, is what name would you immediately veto? Now these names I actually really like, but there is a reason that I kind of mentioned earlier. But we vetoed Wilbur, William, Winter, Willow, all W names, because AJ's surname starts with a W and they all sound really silly with his surname. And so although I love the names, I couldn't picture my child being called one of them. So yeah, that is my baby names tag for 2018-2019. I hope that you like this. If you want to do this video, please do. I'm not going to tag anyone because obviously I'm kind of not part of the mummy vloggers, or I don't know, I feel like BookTube don't tend to do baby name tags, even though I love doing them. But I'm not going to tag anyone. But like I said, if you watch this video and you really want to do it, I 100% would welcome you to, because I'd love to hear all the names that you love. So yeah, if you like this video guys, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Come back tomorrow at 5 o'clock when I upload my next Vlogmas video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!